Good day everyone. Today I'm going to show you the packet tracer activity configure IPv4 and IPv6 static default routes. So in this activity, in this packet tracer summary activity, you will configure static, default, and floating static routes for both IPv4 and IPv6 protocols. So let's go to the instructions. Part 1, configure IPv4, static and floating static default routes. The PT network requires static routes to provide internet access to the internal LAN users through the ISPs. Okay, so step 1, configure IPv4 static default route. On edge router, so this is the edge router, this one. Configure a directly connected IPv4 default route. This primary default route should be through router ISP1. So let's go to edge router, CLI, enter, enable, oh my god, enter, conft. Now, so configure directly connected IPv4. So let us write IP route 0.0.0.0 and subnet mask is 0.0 and serial is 0/0/0. Enter. Default without, if not point-to-point. Okay. Next is IP route let's copy this IP route. Yeah, this one. Copy and then paste. But we will change this serial 0/0/1 and space 5. Yeah, 5, you can see it here. The edge router. Configure a directly connected IPv4 floating static default route. This default route should be through ISP2. It should have an administrative distance of 5. So this is the admin distance 5. In this part of activity, you will configure IPv6 static routes for IPv6. Step 1, on edge router, configure next hop. Okay, this primary default should be through ISP1. On edge router, configure a next hop, IPv6 floating static default route. The route should be via router ISP2. Use an administrative distance of 5. So let's do that again. Edge router. Then click enter. Next is, let's type IPv6 route. Double column /0 space 2001 double dot db8 again column A and then 1 then double column 1. Let's check double column /0 2001 column db8 column A column 1 and double and 1. Then press enter. Part 3. Step 1. Let's go directly. On ISP1, configure next hop IPv4 static route to LAN 1 network through edge router. On ISP1, configure next hop IPv4 static route to the LAN 2 network through edge router. Step 2. On ISP1, configure a directly connected floating static route to LAN 1 through the ISP2 router. Use an administrative distance of 5. On ISP1, configure a directly connected floating static route to LAN 2 through the ISP router. Use an administrative distance of 5. Okay. Sorry guys. So next, next is edge router again. Then let's type IPv6 route. Then double column /0 space 2001 column db8 column A column 2 double column 1 and the distance of 5. And I press enter. So for the part 3, we have read it already. Let's go to go to let's type IP route 192.168.10.16 space subnet mask is 255.255. Then 10.10.10.2. Then enter. Oh, sorry, no. This command, let's copy this. Let us go to the ISP1. This is not in this one. ISP1, this one. Okay. So let's go to enable. conft, then let's copy that. Paste here. Enter. Okay. Next is the step 2. The step 2 is this one. On ISP1, configure directly connected floating static route to LAN 1 through the ISP router. Use an administrative system of 5. So okay, IP route 192.168.10.16. Then 255 subnet mask 40. Then G0/0 and distance of 5. Okay, let's go back. So next is, let us write IP route 192.168.7.32 space 255.224 and then G0/0 and the distance of 5. Part 4. Now let's go to the part 4. Configure IPv6 static routes to the internal LANs. And then step 2 is configure IPv6 floating static routes on the internal LANs. So let's go. Still, we will be going to the ISP1 here. So let us type IPv6 route, and its address is 2001 double quote db8 double quote 1 double quote 10 double quote /64 space 2001 double quote db8 double quote a double quote 1 and 2, then press enter. Next is IPv6 route 2001 db8 111 and double quote /64 space 2001 db8 the column A 1 and 2. Press enter. Okay, so for the step 2 on ISP1, configure a next hop IPv6 floating static route to LAN 1 through the ISP router. Use administrative 5. On ISP1, configure next hop floating static route on LAN 2 through the ISP2 router. Use the, okay, let's do that. ISP1 20 IPv6 route and 2001 and then db8 1 10 /64 space 2001 db8 column and F double columns 2 and the distance of 5, then enter. Okay, next step 2. Let's go to, we're done with step 2. Let's go to part 5. Let's go to step 1 directly. Configure IPv4 host routes on edge router. Configure an IPv4 directly. Okay, sorry guys. So, okay, step 1. for this, let's go to edge router. Edge router, then yeah. Let us type IP route 198.0.0.10 space 255.255.255 and a serial 0/0/0. Press enter. Okay, so next is IP route 198.0.0.10 wait, sorry, 0.0.10 space 255.255.255.255 serial 0/0/1 and distance of 5. Press enter. Okay, now let's go to step 2. On edge router again, configure IPv6 next hop host route. Okay, let's do that. And on edge router again, configure IPv6 directly connected floating host. Okay, IP route. I know IPv6 route. And then 2001 db8 then column F, then F, double column, then 10/128 space 2001 column db8 column A column 1 column 1. Press enter. Next is IPv6 route 2001 db8 F 10/128 space 2001 db8 column and then db8 and column again A and then column 2 double column 1 and distance of 5. So okay, so here we can see only 80%. Let's check the results. Where is our wrong? Route 1 incorrect and route 3 incorrect. ISP1, so wrong. We are wrong in ISP1. Okay, let's go to ISP1. Show all items. ISP1 routes. So in route 1 pa. Here in route 1. So on ISP1, let's check. Okay, so my mistake is this one. So I already changed it to this. So we got 93%. So there's another one. In this one, these two, just 3 may be wrong. So let me double check. So the other mistakes I saw is I forgot to put another IPv6 route. This one. So now we have 100%. See. So thank you for watching. I hope you learned something, and thank you very much.